Good afternoon, everybody, and let me join the rest of the group up here in welcoming the class of 2013 and all the rest of you who are new students to Gettysburg College. Welcome. And of course, we are also so delighted to extend that welcome to parents, families, and friends. By extension, you too are joining the Gettysburg community. Before I speak to our new students, I'd like to say just a few words to those of you out there who are parents. This is a big day. It's an important day. And for many of you, it's an emotional day. I empathize with the mix of emotions many of you are feeling. I have one son who graduated from college not too long ago, and another son and a daughter, both of whom are currently college students, and both of whom I'll drop off at each of their respective colleges this weekend. I recognize that this is a big moment, but I want to thank you for entrusting your sons and daughters to us. I know how much you want everything to go well for them here at Gettysburg, and I want to assure you we want the same thing. We share your high opinions of them, and I know that as we get to know them over the coming years, our already great affection for and enthusiasm about this wonderful group of students will continue to grow. So while it might be a little difficult to let go a bit, please know that your daughters and sons are entering a community that will embrace them, that will challenge them, that will push them, that will care for them, and it is committed to their intellectual and personal development. And now to the class of 2013 and other new students, I'm wondering what you're feeling right now. You've been sitting out here in the sun, you're all fanning yourselves. I know some of you are feeling excited or motivated or inspired, and if so, that's great. And with these remarks, I'm going to try to preserve, maybe even enhance that feeling. I can see that some of you are feeling hot, preoccupied, antsy. For those of you who are feeling that way, I'll try to be brief. But I want to begin with just a little bit of historical context. You may not be aware that Gettysburg College was founded by Samuel Simon Schmucker. It's a great name, isn't it? Hence the name of the building that houses our conservatory and part of our visual arts department, Schmucker Hall. Samuel Simon Schmucker founded this college in 1832, so that makes you the 178th class to enter Gettysburg College, which, by the way, was known in the beginning as Pennsylvania College. So you're joining a long line of students who have attended this great college, and I myself was in that long line of students. No, not quite back at the time of its founding, but it was more than a few years ago. And I certainly never suspected that I would return to this place to spend a career as a faculty member and to be appointed president. Neither, by the way, would I have imagined when I was a student that one day I would have an office here in this building, Pennsylvania Hall, a building that was built in 1834 and that served as a hospital following the Battle of Gettysburg. In fact, we're but a short walk from where Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address at the dedication of the National Cemetery in the fall following the battle. I bet most of you don't realize that Lincoln would most likely not have come to Gettysburg for this event if it were not for the initiative of another person in that long line of Gettysburg students, David Wills. Following his graduation from Gettysburg, David Wills practiced law here in Gettysburg and lived right in the center of town. He was asked by the governor of Pennsylvania to take action following the battle to establish an appropriate cemetery for those who had fallen. Wills bought the land, hired the architect, worked with the governor to design the dedication ceremony, and wrote to President Lincoln inviting him to say a few appropriate remarks as part of the cemetery's dedication. Tomorrow evening, we'll walk together to the cemetery as students did back in November of 1863. And we'll hear yet another person from that line of Gettysburg students, Bruce Gordon, deliver the Gettysburg Address. Among many other fine accomplishments, Bruce served for a time as president and CEO of the NAACP. As has been the case for many classes of Gettysburg students, the next 4 years here will set a course for the rest of your life. There is much in store for you, as you've already heard. Hundreds of courses, over 40 majors, exceptionally distinguished faculty who are here because they are scholars in their fields who love to teach. Abundant off-campus study programs, public service opportunities, more than 120 student organizations. There is so much to do, and no two of you will have the same experience. The way you do it will become your unique Gettysburg experience. Your job is to design an experience that challenges you to think about the world differently, to think about yourself differently, and that will enable you to become an active participant and leader in a very rapidly changing world. Though your Gettysburg experiences will vary, there are two aspects that should be central to all of your experiences, and those are initiative and integrity. Taking initiative here at Gettysburg comes in many forms. It consists of going to see a faculty member to ask a question or to continue a class discussion. It consists of wandering over to audition for one of our musical groups. It consists of investigating what kinds of experiences you might find if you get involved with the Center for Public Service. It consists of going to the Off-Campus Studies Office to inquire about study abroad opportunities. It consists of speaking out against an injustice. It also consists of reaching out to a classmate who needs help or someone to talk to. In every case, it requires you to initiate action. To make the most of your Gettysburg experience, you must take some initiative. And integrity. Let me simply reinforce some of the things that you've already heard today. We expect Gettysburg students to act with integrity. We expect honesty, not only in your academic work, but in your interactions with other members of this community. We expect you to take seriously your responsibility as a student and as a community member, and we expect you to act with respect and with honor. And where will these next 4 years take you? What will you have to show in 4 years? Well, if you've done your work well, and we've done ours, in 4 years, you will have learned how to translate this wonderful liberal arts experience into the ability to think critically, the ability to solve problems, the ability to speak and write and articulate what is important, the ability to understand and appreciate diverse perspectives, the ability to translate your education into action in your professions, in your communities, and in your society, to become activists in the world, advocates for human rights, global citizens, scientists, business persons, researchers, lawyers, physicians, teachers, social workers, individuals who act with great integrity and who make a positive difference in our world. Last May, on this very spot, journalists Judy Woodruff and Al Hunt delivered the commencement address to the class of 2009. Al Hunt noted that the pursuit of a life of excellence is not defined by the fame or the riches you achieve. It is defined by the contribution you make. Every one of you has the potential to make a positive difference, to make a significant contribution. And over the next 4 years, we pledge to support you and to challenge you as you prepare yourselves to realize that potential as you begin to make your contribution. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask the class of 2013 and other new students to please stand for the matriculation ceremony. Feels good to stand up, doesn't it? Your matriculation means that your name is now entered on the list of those who have studied at Gettysburg College since it first opened for students in 1832. The list grows longer every year as each new class is added. What makes it a distinctive list, however, is not the number of names it contains, but the accomplishments of these students, both here on campus as they discovered and pursued their academic passions, and after graduation as they've used what they've learned to advance their professions and provide leadership to their communities. The pin you have on your program, you should all have a pin on your program, symbolizes your membership in the class of 2013 and in the larger Gettysburg College community. Membership carries responsibilities. We expect much of you in the classroom, on campus, and in the community. As a member of this class, you will benefit from an exceptional academic experience that will open doors to a future that you can only imagine. The steps you'll take through Pennsylvania Hall in a few moments are the first official steps on that journey. And now would you please take those clasp pins and put them above your hearts. You're allowed to help each other. Welcome to Gettysburg College, and congratulations on your official matriculation as the class of 2013. I'd like to refer you to your programs again. Your first act as a student of Gettysburg College will be to recite the Gettysburg College Pledge. The mission of Gettysburg College, which affirms the worth and dignity of all people and the limitless value of their intellectual potential, relies on mutual trust as its foundation. Honesty and integrity are the heart of this trust and crucial to a community in which intellectual achievement, scholarship, and character can flourish. By affirming the Gettysburg College Pledge, you assume the obligation to be honest in your relationships with each course instructor and with all members of the college community, and to affirm your willingness to accept that responsibility. You've found the pledge in your programs. I'm going to ask you to recite the pledge along with me. I affirm that I will uphold the highest principles of honesty and integrity in all my endeavors at Gettysburg College, and foster an atmosphere of mutual respect within and beyond the classroom. Carry those words with you.